I've been told before that I was having too much fun, but this is a whole nother level. I think this is going to be entirely too much fun. That is freaking wicked. I don't care what kind of power we make. If it's 2,300 pounds, this thing's going to freaking light them up. So it's a 6.0 with the LS3 heads, the transaxle on it.
It's a Mendiola 5-speed.
Definitely bare bones. Straight to the point, all business. So they were telling me, hey, with this little lever right here, I guess this one pushing forward locks up that one.
Yeah.
And then pulling backwards locks up that one, so you can make some pretty darn quick diving turns. She is a manual transmission, but this is going to be a riot, man. So I would imagine the weight difference in the back ought to be pretty, well, you ought to be able to get pretty good traction and whatnot.
Oh,
so
yeah, it hooks.
So on concrete, does it pull the wheels?
It'll try and pick the front end off the ground.
Okay. Sounds like a challenge. Well, we'll do the best we can here to try and get this thing to make some power. So we're going to pull her in, dyno it, and there just happens to be a whole bunch of dirt very near the shop. Freaking. So this car, as they were just telling me, was in Forza 4 and 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Under Alumacraft. That's pretty neat, man. This thing's a beast, man. This is going to be an absolute monster. Wiring harness is done by Current Performance. Let's get her on the dyno. That thing is freaking wide. I didn't think it was going to be as wide as it is, but wow. Woo. Look how much that thing's hanging off. It said it's 85 inches wide. I think the sling ray was about as wide. I think it was off about 3 or 4 inches, about the same. So we found out we were only having 50% throttle. I don't know how long that's been going on. That might have been going on for a long time. Might have been an accident. I don't know yet. We're reflashing it, trying to get the right map sensor programming in there. So just reflashed it right now. Maybe a third gear pull, just see how this thing shakes down. I've been trying to get the enrichment right, so this should be our first real good shakedown here now. That's actually a really good sign. I was throwing fuel at it, and because we had the wrong map sensor settings, there we are. What was that, 316, 321? That's not bad in third, so this is really aggressively geared. Was fourth is 1-to-1, or? All right, we'll try that. Should make a bunch more power. These are really heavy drivetrain wheels, so certainly not going to throw down a crazy number, but it's going to be a hell of a lot better than 316, I can promise you that. Sprinkle. Alright, so guys, I'm using HB tuners to modify the tune here. I was tuning the base map with the VE, so it's kind of like a foundational map. It would be, in other words, kind of like the, almost like the foundation you would build on a house, and then you build up from there. So yeah, the foundation has to be steady, it has to be square and plumb and all that. From that, I'm building on this new map. So now we are making a bunch more power. I have to get the mass airflow part correct. Now we could have tuned this car in speed density, which means we're not using the map sensor. But right now we are tweaking the mass airflow curves. That's not a bad looking curve, but we have to find out exactly where it wants more or less. So we could taper out more fuel here or less. It just depends on the fuel map and how all that works. So let's go make a pull, and I'll actually see if we can make some very decent power with this thing. not care. So we might have to do this in speed density. I'm gonna check this map and see really what's going on. I don't totally get it yet, but I mean, it definitely helped, but it needs just a boatload more fuel. It's not even, we're like 30% off on fueling, so she's gonna need a lot. So I'm gonna do that and we'll get right back to it. Let's explain what happened here. So the last pull, our number 6 pull made 286 horsepower, 301 pound-feet of torque. I just ran it in third gear and we made 318 horsepower, 301 pound-feet of torque. So that illustrates that it becomes more and more difficult for this to sling around that big fat tire at a higher and higher rate of speed. Now the difference was 80 miles an hour to 100 and about 15. So we went from about 82, 83 miles an hour in third gear and about 115 in fourth. And it made a 30 horsepower difference. That's really, really pretty interesting. Pickups, there's a little bit of spark advance, you know. Air fuel looks great. I'm gonna keep throwing a little bit more spark advance at it, see what it likes. Not too bad. For the initial timing that we added, we picked up a boatload of power. I mean, it was something about 30 pound-feet of torque. I kind of couldn't believe it in a way, but it's legitimate. Now that we added that extra amount of timing, yes, we picked up a little bit. We still picked up like 6 in some areas, but overall peak was about 5. Not bad. The air fuel looks great. It's a tiny bit rich on the top. I'm going to take that out, but I mean, we're really just about there. I think from the get-go, I said, hey, how much power did I say this thing might make when we're all done?
340.
About 340, and we're at like 330, so it's a pretty good guess. I'm going to still throw some more spark at it and see what it does. It is picking up still, it's just a lot less. So we got that big chunk of meat, and then it was a little bit less, and if we do it again, it'll probably even less. So if that's the case, I'll just leave it where it is on this one. Set it and forget it. The better the exhaust, the more aggressive gear ratio. Typically you can throw more spark at it before you have spark on. So it's looking good. It's looking pretty good. So can't wait to take this thing out for a ride. We're here to make some power, and it's time. So you know what time it is, right? Full pull! That's all she's got. Got to set up this thing conservatively, okay? These guys said that this thing is going to be running all day long. Well, probably 120 degree air temps, right? Something like that. I think we're ready to go. I think this thing, you know, what do you say, Dwayne? You think it's going to pull the wheels? Well, all right, I can't wait. We'll go out and gonna go tear it up. There's a little bit of sand around here, so we're gonna go find it. Let's take this thing off and go have some fun. Jeez, that's like what, maybe
20 inches?
It feels like over a foot. Holy crap. I think this thing's gonna be a lot easier to pick up than I guess I thought.
Made to run 120 mile an hour across the desert without, the roof line stays level and the wheels just go crazy.
Right, so we're gonna give this thing a little whirl. We're gonna see what it has on the street a little bit. Well, boo. But I got the darn thing stuck in some mud. I kind of started kind of soft. Lesson learned, newbie. I should have carried more speed. I thought I was doing the right thing. You know, I guess if you're used to driving sports cars over curbs and stuff, that was the right thing to do, but not here, not here.
That's just putting right there.
I was like trying to be gentle about it. I thought that was the polite thing to do. He's like, no, you should have had it a lot more.
You gotta be committed.
Oh man, yeah.
Holy crap, no wonder you got stuck.
Like hung up right there, and
you just have to stay committed.
Oh, you are definitely mudded up. Whew.
Look at my legs, how deep I
Yeah, man, you got it good.
Flashed it bad.
It's got the poo on it. Yeah, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it.
Go, 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 go.
Heck yeah. We had this marvelous idea that I think that we should jump it. You know, I'm just not qualified to jump it yet. So Dad's gonna jump it, and we're gonna make this happen. Guys, thanks so much for checking this video out. This was a blast. This is certainly some of the most fun I've ever had on any vehicle, period. It's just a totally different type of vehicle. I mean, it's not a monster truck and it's not really a street car, so it's just such a weird deal. I mean, I've never jumped like 5 or 6 feet in the air, whatever we did there, but it was a very crazy experience, and I'm so glad that I was able to share that with you guys. Hopefully got a couple more of those things coming in sometime soon. I love being able to do all sorts of different things like the Sling Ray. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out the Sling Ray video. Totally different, but more of a street car, but yet a car that's never really been driven on the street. Do check out our drifting series. The next video coming up is going to be my dad's car. Finally got the software up and running. That thing is absolutely killing it now. It is making some big power, so do check that out very, very shortly. Guys, I also want to say thank you so much for the support of what you guys have given. It allows us to be able to take some time off where we normally would be working and be able to make a video that we can share with you guys. So thank you so much for that support. So check out some of the stickers, some of the other merch. I got some other things coming up soon. We got a couple more t-shirt designs coming up at you very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you. We'll see you very soon.